Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now listen, I'm doing as many of these videos as I can. My goal is 30 minutes. So the video I did with the young lady who was with the man who was in a 16-year relationship, my goal for that was 30 minutes. I think I went 48 minutes. So y'all got to forgive me, but the Lord just be dropping more points on me. You see what I mean? So I have to try to get there. But and sometimes y'all ask what kind of people get blocked. I'm gonna tell you the people get blocked. Oh, this video too long. You gotta talk that long to make a point. Block. Before they even get it out. That's the kind of people get blocked. Now another lady said something about my wife the other day. Block. I can't remember what she said. And I ain't want to put no hit out on her, so I just block. And then, you have anytime somebody call me a name, any kind of name. You call me anything other than a child of God, block. Because me personally, that's fighting word. If it was in person, you'd have been, did I swallow a tooth? Oh my goodness. I just got these veneers in. If we was in person. But being that we on this here line, I got block. You see what I mean? So, and trolls, I got the time. I got the time for trolls. I be blocking. Look, even the people who put the little spam in there with call Dr. Such and Such on WhatsApp. Block. I got time still. I got to get to another level before I have time. I ain't at the level the way I ain't got time yet. I got time for you. You hear me? So I'm answering another question. I have not read this. I read the first 2 sentences. It is another short question, but it should maybe be a lesson in there with it. Y'all forgive me. I had to invite the Lord in the room. Hello, Tony. I have a question. Hopefully you can do a YouTube video response for. I'm 24 years old. Okay, now not long ago I had 22-year-old. Now we got 24-year-old. All right, so we got the youngins in here listening now. Hey, God bless you. I'm 24 years old and have been in a toxic relationship with a full-on grown boy on and off for 5 years. $24 on and off 5 years, so 19. Okay. I'm 6 months pregnant, and it has really woken me up to completely leave this man. Okay. Y'all hold on, because computer screen glitching. I have no contact with him for the past month and have had so much peace and clarity. My plan is to stay no contact because of the toxicity. He was my first and only guy I've been with. He gave me a lifelong STD. So I gave up on myself and finding love. So I settled out of shame and feeling like I don't deserve a husband. Now, one thing I've been reading a lot from y'all is that these letters fake. These letters real. And this a first and a last name on here. And this is a Yahoo. Ain't nobody going to make no Yahoo to send in no fake email. And it say sent from my iPhone. And don't nobody care that much about what I got going on to be sending no fake letters. So y'all, but see, I'm gonna tell y'all this too though. I know they real because I deal with this on a daily. People pay me $300 to $600 an hour to get on the phone and tell me the same thing. So I know they ain't spending that kind of money to make this stuff up. So it be real now. It be real. Lord, dear. Y'all got me scratching my tracks. But since now I have a child on the way, I feel an awakening with me that I need to do better regardless of what has happened to me. I wanted to know, is it okay for me to completely ghost the father of my child? Like I said, he is a grown boy and I literally have no interest in co-parenting with him. I changed my number, moved homes, and have a new job, none of which he knows of or can get in contact with my family or friends in any way. I know I got myself into this mess, but I know he's incapable of being a dad. I was thinking of having my mom mediate, but I don't have any hope in that being successful. Is it fair for my child to never give him a chance? Thank you. Now I'm gonna tell you right now. Now with a question like this, I'm gonna tell you right now. I literally feel heavy. Like I literally feel like I feel the weight of the world on my shoulder right now. It's like, Lord, give me peace. I ain't gonna ask the Lord, give me rest. I know He not gonna misinterpret it because He know my heart. But just in case He think give me rest mean under the dirt, I'm gonna say, Lord, give me peace. Give me peace, Lord. Give me strength. Lord, that's what you give me, Lord. Give me strength. Listen here, sister. Listen here. Ooh, ooh. Listen here, sister. Listen here. Listen here. What I'm going to do, there's not going to be comments on this. This ain't going to be no comments on this one right here. Because I don't want to hear what y'all got to say. Because she ain't asked nobody but me. So this right here going to be me answering this one. Okay? And this is my opinion. This is my opinion, capital O. Put a space between the O and the P. This is an opinion, okay? This one I'm going to tell you right here. I believe it is a mother's job to protect the child. And the reason why I believe that is because you carry the child for 10 months. My wife, 7.5 months. My son came 2.5 months early. So that child, remember y'all 4 weeks pregnant when you take the test and find out. And then the due date 9 months out. So 10 months you cultivating. 40 weeks is full term. You cultivating. 36 might be full term. But you going for 40 weeks. That's 10 months that this child in you. You having back pain, spasms, contractions, you got acid reflux, you crying, you hurting, you moody, you feeling a kind of way. And then now listen now. The proof is always in the peace. When you remove yourself from him and let's just everybody. If I had the comments on, I put the clap. But I don't want to put a comment because this is a 24-year-old young lady. And I know I can't watch my comments 24/7. And I know I'm going to have a demon send old ignorant idiot in the comment. Well, what I think is nobody asked you, Miss Jezebel Loose Booty. Hush, this girl 24. Now listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. You move, he can't find you, he don't know where you at, you change your number, he toxic, he ran you off. If he was good, you would stay with him. Now y'all hear all of my messages. And y'all hear how much women put up with. This 24-year-old young lady done found the strength to move. She said, I changed my number. I moved home. I got a new job. None of which he knows of or can get in contact with my family or friends in any way. Now this is to take accountability. And then she say this child is 100% my responsibility. And then she say, I don't want this man in my child life because he's incapable of being a father. And he's out there sleeping around. He's your first and your only. You gave him your virginity. Listen, to every virgin that's watching this, take this as a lesson. I done coached so many more than enough virgins who have come to me and they gave a man their virginity out of wedlock and paid a price. Yes, God will allow you to pay a price because you are called and you are covered, and there is a mission and a message and a lesson and a ministry through what you done made mistakes in. See, God trying to raise you up and use you. And that's why you have been given the strength that I coach women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. I'm not exaggerating. I got clients in their 70s that cannot do what this 24-year-old has done. So see, God calling you away from him, up out of this here mess, out of his way, because if long as you reinforcing him, as long as you giving him access to you, you reinforcing him, and he will not grow. But when he can't reach you, because see, the baby don't need him anyways for the first few years, because that baby don't know the baby up. That baby sucking on you, looking at him. Baby can't even see past a certain distance at different age. You got to go in and out. They got vision blurred. The baby just, he or she just looking at a blob. Who is this? You take that baby off, hand them to the baby. So the baby really don't even need him till the baby could talk and understand what a daddy. So when the baby go to school, that's when, Mommy, where's my daddy? The other kids have a daddy. They keep saying daddy. Where's my daddy? That's when you're gonna have to confront this here. That's when you're gonna have some explaining to do. But see, at that point in time, the baby's still so young, don't really understand life, that if you introduce the daddy at that time, then see, the baby still pick up like ain't nothing happened. 2-3 years old. Oh, hey, daddy. Ain't never seen that. Hey, daddy. Hey, oh, I love you. You my daddy. Don't even really know. Or if your baby real keen, real smart, might be like, Mom, no, mommy. If it's a boy, he ain't gonna be able to talk that good. Boys they don't be talking. Now, if it's a little girl, 3 years old, Mommy, who is this man? Daddy, what is? My friend has a dad, but I don't have a dad. So who are you, Dad? 3 years old. She questioned. So where have you been? 3 years old now, 3.5. So where have you been? What have you been doing? So do you not love my mommy? Oh, you do. Is that how you show love? That's me. I don't play with boys like you. So I don't know if I want you to be my daddy. I don't know if I want you to be my friend either. Mommy, I don't know. Let's go. Thank you for my purse, Mom. Let's go, okay? We have to go, Mommy. Give me my bottle. And so the baby might be ready to go. But see, this is the thing. This why I agree with what you're doing. Now, see, and this is why I got the comments off, because a lot of people don't agree with it, and that's why it's so many children losing their life, because the woman wants so bad to have this toxic man in her life, and she's so caught up in having a dad for her child that she ignored the fact that he's toxic, and that when you got a toxic man, you cannot trust that man, because see, men don't love like that. It's a lot of dads. I done dealt with situations where the dad was doing things to their own daughter. You hear me? So you can't play with that. When your spirit ain't at peace with the man you dealing with, when your spirit ain't at peace, no, sir. Stay over there. And see, I'm a man. And if I was not a good man, if I become a toxic man, if my concussions that I had in college playing football go to acting up too much, I want my wife to leave me. And I told my wife, I say, baby, listen, and I had a lot of concussion. I don't know what the Lord gonna do with my mind. So I'm praying and I'm giving and I'm using my mind while it's sharp now, and I'm praying for the best. But if I ever go to acting crazy, put me in a home. I say, put me in a home and save yourself. Because I don't make excuses for men. I don't make excuses for grown boys. I don't make excuses for myself. That's why I'm a real man. That's why I'm 100% faithful to my wife. That's why I'm trying to grow as a man every single day. That's why I'm trying to get better as a man every single day, because I'm not making excuses for myself. So I can't make excuses for no other man. And I know men gonna be upset. They're gonna be tearing that thumb up on the thumbs down on the video. Throw it down, throw it down, throw it down. Report as spam, report fraudulent video. But they gonna report everything because they wanna smoke weed, they wanna get drunk, they wanna go to strip club, they wanna be on the nasty porn site, they wanna be on OnlyFans, they wanna have all these women, they wanna do all of this and then still wanna be in a child like, man, get out that child, cause you sorry. And then the child getting contact high from you. It's children getting shot at with their daddy. They with their daddy, and the daddy get caught in the drive-by. Come on now. Go on, get from around this child, man, and get your life together. Get your life together. See, so what I believe could happen here is if you're a praying woman, because you ain't even got faith in your mama mediating. So that speaks volumes. But more so to me, I don't want a innocent child around a man who despises you. Because there are many men who have done things to the aisle to get back at the woman. When I say certain words weird, it's because you can't say all kind of words on here, okay? Certain stuff. So understand, all right? When you hear me, just got to infer, all right? Read between the lines. That's what infer means. So I don't agree with that. If a man is toxic, no sirree, Bob. Don't leave your child with him. And when it is time, it's supervised visitation. Y'all meet at the park 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and you need to be able to look at him from a distance. If a year from now you see him showing off when marijuana is legal, you see him showing it off on the ground. You see him in the club. You see him, flossing and flaunting, showing all his money. If he's showing all his money and he's showing off his jewelry, he gonna get robbed. And you will hate for your child to be with him when it's his time to go. You hear me? It's happening every single day. So a year from now, you look in, you check in from a distance. He don't even know you checking on him. You check in from a distance, see how he doing. See if he ready to be a daddy. Now, by that time, what you got to realize now, this here Google works strong. This Google is strong. People can find your information. He can find an address on you. He gonna be able to find an address on you. He gonna be able to find a phone number on you. He gonna find you now. He not Liam Neeson. He gonna find you. So you got to be ready for that too. Understand that. He might find you, get you served to go to court for custody. Hey, so start saving. You got your new job. Just every paycheck, put 10 to 20%. Whatever you can afford, put 10 to 20% into a savings account. Because you might need it for a lawyer. Because if he get to feeling himself, or he go and get him an RN, and she making 80,000, 120,000, or LPN, let me add y'all in there, but y'all get so, I'm a LPN, and I make more than RNs. Don't be discriminating on okay, or a LPN. Okay, is you happy to be the sponsor for this grown boy that's getting ready to take this great single mother to court? Okay, congratulations. Here go a cookie. There go a cookie, LPN. Now you get to sponsor you a man. I mean, was so mad. The LPN was so mad with me when I said a grown boy looking for an RN. Not no LPN, he looking for an RN. But the LPN got so mad. I'm like, so you want to be looked for by a grown boy. So you mad he targeting the RN because he thinks she make more money. And he not inquiring within to see if you make more money as an LPN. I say, what have we come to? I say, Lord, this who you call me to help? Lord, why I just can't tend to my wife? I got to be tend to wives in waiting, to other men, wives. Lord, why you call me to this message? And this is what I got to be dealing with in the comments. Come on now. Sensitive. Don't know what's a joke. I be just sensitive. And I know why you mad, because you fail your RN test. And then you take it out on me. I'm an LPN and I'm proud to be one. And now you interrupting this lady message because you got on my nerves in the comments. Take the RN test. Okay? Then you got to worry about nothing. And then so I'm trying to motivate you. I'm offending you to motivate you. Take that back. Take that back, because then y'all will be calling me he's a narcissist. He offended me to motivate me. Oh, that's something that a narcissist. That's a covert narcissist. I said, Lord. Now listen to me before I get back to this. When the Lord give me a unction, a inkling, a umpling that I can retire, y'all not gonna be able to reach me at all. You hear me? So you better get all these talk with Tony and all these videos you can get right now. Because that's why the Lord ain't made me no billionaire yet. But let one of my projects sell. If somebody buy my mentor for $1 million or more, I might retire on y'all. That's why the Lord ain't let it sell yet. That's why the Lord ain't had nobody make me an offer. Because he know I might retire on you. Lord know my heart. The Lord know my heart. The Lord know if he bless me with enough money, well, I ain't got to write no more books. I ain't got to do no more video. I ain't got to make no more courses. Yes, that's my purpose, but that's also how I feed my family. The Lord know he mess around and hit me. But look here, y'all excuse that tangent. I had to touch on that, just to let y'all know this draining work. And on top of being drained, being emotionally pulled on, I got to deal with 1,000 comments from some people who've been turned over to a reprobate mind. Oh my Lord Jesus. So now listen, back to what I was saying, which I can't remember what I was saying, so I'm going to reiterate what I was talking about. So you got to start saving, because if he come to take you to court, you want to be ready for it, because he might get mad and come to go to court. And so now you keep everything, keep all your receipts. And now technically in the court of law, they're not going to allow this. They're not going to allow this, because they're going to say, look, hey, we don't care. Because we don't care about y'all anyways. Because especially if you a minority. The courthouse, they don't care if you getting a lot. Because they don't care if your child got trauma. They don't care if you is in emotional distress. They do not care. You hear me? They don't care about you. So you got to be ready in case you got to go to court. And you got to have all your receipts. Because when he reach you, he finna reach you now. He gonna reach you some kind of way through somewhere. He finna reach it. You got to screenshot everything if it's digital. You got to keep everything if it's a letter. If it's an email, you got to keep everything. Any voicemails he get to you, if he find you on social media, any way he reach you, if he message your sister or your mom and them on their Facebook, have them screenshot it. So that way, if he toss it and he want to take it, or you got a stack. Your Honor, this is why I don't feel comfortable. Now, if you got the evidence, now they might be held to the fire. They might have to say, okay, yeah, you not safe for this here aisle. But a lot of times they don't be can. So understand this right here. You, in my opinion, you're not in the wrong. You're not in the wrong because he tossed it. And what let me know he tossed it too is he knew he was burning like a flaming hot Cheeto. And then he came and not only took your virginity, accepted your virginity, but put that flaming hot Cheeto in you. And then now you have to live with this. And then now you 6 months pregnant. So, and now you got to be wondering and talking to the doctor, like, hey, is everything gonna be okay with my child? Like, everything gonna work with the birth? Everything gonna go good? Like, what do I need to do? What kind of diet do I need to be on? How much working out do I need to do? You know, all of this here that you have to deal with now due to him. And he knew he had it now. A lot of times, some people don't know they carrying. Yeah, he knew. Your body gonna give you a sign. Your body gonna give you some kind of sign. You finna feel something. Now. You gonna feel, I ain't trying to buy that. Oh, he could be a carrier. He know he was a carrier. Yeah, he knew. If he didn't feel nothing yet, like he ain't had no symptoms, he still knew it was a possibility because he knew he wasn't no virgin. Like she was a virgin. Like you was a virgin. I'm talking to you. And so understand this. You're not in the wrong. But here's the thing. You have to measure how toxic and crazy he is. You got to measure that. And so you may need to be in a situation to where if he real crazy, that you either you in hiding, like literally the way you know you got to set up the way he can't find you. If he real crazy, but you didn't say that, I feel like you would express that. You just keep saying, you know, he toxic, but you didn't. I feel like at your age, you would have spelled out if he didn't, you know, gave you black eyes and all of this and did all that. So it sounds like he, you know, he toxic. But what you have to understand is that, you know, some men go all the way. They lose it all the way. So you really have to understand that. And this right here, real serious. Listen to me now. So you have to be prepared for that. So what I mean by that, if that means you need to go get a concealed license to have that on you in that purse, so when you coming out of work and he want to ike up, in case you got to, you know, go ahead. If you need to go get you the strongest mace that they make, the best taser that they make. I bought my wife a little taser from the gun show. A little taser. It looked like I don't know what it looked like, a lighter or something. But yeah, because you just want to be secure. You know, it's I see women at the shows getting they fire. YouTube ain't gonna know what fire mean. Now they like, what? The robot, the algorithm, fire. Well, yeah, nothing wrong with that word. So listen, you hear me? So you need to be prepared for that too, just in case. Cause see, some of y'all be like, oh no, he's not like that. He's not like that. Let me tell you something. You don't know a man. You don't know a man. You don't know a man. Cause a lot of y'all will look at me and say, oh no, Tony, you was never no. Every woman I talked to, and I mentioned I was in the streets hustling. I had a gun in my lap, gun in my backpack. I always had a quarter pound on me, and I was out there 21 hours out of the 24. Slept 3 hours and grind 21. Tony, you don't look like that. You don't look like that. That's what let me know y'all don't know men. We don't look like what we capable of. We don't look like that. You ain't got to look all grizzly and burly and you know what I mean? Now you see a man who look like a gorilla, then you like, oh, he look mean. You wrong for that. Cause he could be the nicest man in the world. You wrong for judging that man like that. Oh, he the color of this hat. Oh yeah, he like sell drugs. Oh, you racist? You discriminating? Oh my goodness. Then you walk right past the white man in the suit, and he's selling more cocaine than the Griselda Blanco, than Pablo Escobar. But because he white with a suit on, you see what I mean? So when you dealing with a man, this to every woman out there, when you dealing with a man and you sense any toxicity, oh, well, I add a few extra letters on that. You dealing with any toxicity, you dealing with any craziness, you got to get prepared all the way. So what I mean by that is have you some protection on you, have you an accountability partner on speed dial, so that as soon as you see him, boop, you hit that button, boop, and they on the phone. They on the phone immediately. And then you also need to, the first thing that you don't like that happened, sliced tires, bust window, crazy voicemail, you need a restraining order. You got to get it on paper because you need to be able to show a paper trail. He sent another message, you call and make another report. Hey, I have a restraining order on this person. He done called me again. He in violation. Call me again. Make another report. If you got to make 10 reports, one day they just going to get fed up. You know what? Yeah, we're looking for John Smith. He got a warrant. He live on 123 Grown Boy Avenue. Yeah, get on over there so this woman can stop, because we keep having to go out there. They're gonna go and pick him up. Sir, you in violation of your restraining order. You going down to the house, and then he ain't got nobody to bail him out. They're gonna let him sit there and rot. You hear me? Till he get a trial. Then he gonna keep pushing hearing. Then he gonna keep pushing it back. The next thing you know, then he gonna be on probation. Now you can't even go nowhere. Now you got to be in the house by 10 o'clock. That did it to yourself. You see what I mean? You have to be ready to go all the way. You got to be ready. So you got to have you a plan. Remember that movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez? Man, they should have used somebody like Angela Bassett and Jennifer Lopez. You ain't got no hand. Jennifer Lopez in there. But you remember that movie Enough? Watch Enough and go on get your little stuff set up. Get your little stuff set up so that you ready just in case he take a stupid pill. But for what you doing, now see on the other side of this is, yes, children do go through things when they don't have a father. They do go through things. Some have behavior issues. You know, some have the same spirits of their father who's even not even there, but they have his spirits. They have his personality. And so you have to be ready for that too. You got to prepare your mind that your child could be a spitting image. It could look like he spit that child out. And you have to love that child. And then while you loving that child, it's going to feel like you loving him. Because when you look at that child, you see him. You got to be prepared for that. You got to prepare your mind. And you got to write you a declaration that say, I'm going to love my child unconditionally, emotionally, spiritually, exponentially, infinitely, regardless of anything that goes on with this child. You got to write it out in your words, because I see a lot of moms mistreat their child because the child remind them of a painful moment in their life, of a person that they despise, of a person that they hate. That child remind them of that time, and so this child get treated like Cinderella. And then they have another child, and this child get treated like, the prince of the ball. And I don't even know if that's a thing, but we're just going to call it the prince of the ball or the princess of the ball, because this child comes from a more peaceful and sound and relaxed time in their life. But a child over here who comes from this tumultuous, toxic relationship, it reminds the mom of that, and she can't compartmentalize, and she's not emotionally intelligent enough to understand that this is 100% her child. And that she got to love that child unconditionally, regardless of who that child daddy is, and regardless of what that child daddy did to her. You see what I mean? Or what she was going through. If she was on drugs in that time, if she was homeless in that time, if she hated her family at that time, if she was in isolation at that time, if she was in prison at that time. It's a lot of things that make a woman distance herself from a child. So you have to be ready for that as well, and know that at the same time, this child cannot become a crutch. You can't live through the child. You can't marry the child. If you have a son, you got to make sure. Now you 6 months, so you know which one unless you waiting on a surprise. But you can't marry the child, son or daughter. You can't live through the child. You can't become codependent with your child. Your child cannot solve all your problems. Your child cannot heal all your pain. Your child cannot make everything right. Yes, your child will inspire you and give you something to live for, give you something to love for, but you can't put all that pressure on that child to be your everything. That's a lesson for a lot of y'all too. That's a lesson for a lot of y'all. You living through your kids. A lot of y'all, your son is your husband. A lot of y'all, your daughter is your wife. A lot of y'all, I'm talking about women. And there's some men too out there too now. A lot of y'all men, your daughter, your wife. Oh yeah, sound nasty, don't it? It is nasty, but that's how you living through the child, because of your pain, because of your trauma, because of what you done went through, because of what you have not addressed. That's what you living through. So you got to understand that, okay? So listen, I personally, I'm on your side because I'm all for safety. And if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel like he's gonna be a good influence, I'm all for you. But now, if he goes and he have a come to Jesus meeting, and he can show and prove that he's a good man, that he has grown. And that's one thing that this could do for him. This could force him to grow. This can force him to grow. This can inspire him to grow. This can push him to grow. This is a part of a woman's influence, using the power that you have, as long as you have it, to influence him to be a better person, to grow. And if he goes down, then you know you did the right thing. But if he go up, then you know he got a grown man in him all along, but he needed you to be tough and to stand your ground. And I remember coaching a man. And I say, well, what you on the phone with me for, man? What made you want to get coaching? Why you want to change? He said, well, man, my girl broke up with me, and we got a child together. And with her not calling me, with her not checking for me, with her not asking me for no money, he said, man, it showed me that she don't need me. And this man was a millionaire. He said, man, it showed me she don't need me. So he was like, man, I can't have that, man. I got to grow, man. I got to get better, man, because I got to be in my child life. I want to be in my child life. Yeah, I cheated. Yeah, I wasn't no good. Yeah, I was all that. But, man, I got to get better because I got to be in my child life. And so he was like, man, I don't want that. You know what I mean? He was like, I had to go through that. I don't want my child to have to go through that. So that's why he wanted to grow. Had she stayed and had she reinforced it, then he wouldn't have ever considered growth. But guess what? It was a fake. It was a pump fake. He didn't really grow. He didn't really change. He just did one session. And then she signed up for 4 sessions, and she probably did like 1 or 2. So they wanted to look like they were going through the motions. And then they got back together, and I said, listen, both of y'all need like 12 sessions each. When she got back with him and got back on her bike, and he got back in her life, he said, we don't need no coaching. Me and you can work this out. Me and you can work this out. Guess what? Got engaged. 6 months later, broke up again. I'm about to say divorced, but done again. Why? Never went all the way through with the growth. So this is another lesson for y'all. Don't get finesse. Don't get finagled. Don't let a man come do 1 session with a coach and then you right back in, you right back moving in, you right back with him. No, you got to stretch him all the way out. You got to stretch him all the way out. A year. You put me through a year pain, you finna go through a year growth. Every week. How much it gonna cost you? You got it. You got it. You got it. Pay it. Work overtime, pay it. You got to stick to it. So when he come back trying to fake like he done grew, he a better man, you still got to keep distance. And if he gets so resentful, and he get nasty, and he want to call you names, and he want to cuss you out, you old dumb B, keeping my child from me. Oh, stinking H.O., keep my child from me. You I hope you D.I. He all that, he doing all that. That's what let you know, run even faster. That's what let you know he ain't ready, he ain't willing. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. But if he really won't change, guess what? He gonna do what you ask him to do. Listen, I need you to read A Woman Influence. I need you to read Make It Work. I need you to be on mymentor.life. I need you to get 12 sessions. And listen, whoever he say he working with on mymentor.life, this for all of y'all, not just you. This for everybody listening. Ask him for the coach email. And you email the coach and say, hey, can you let me know that he actually does these sessions? Because I had a man come and book 3 sessions. And I bet what he did is got the confirmation email, screenshot it, sent it to his girlfriend. Never did a session. This man ain't did no session. And if you watching this and your man signed up for 3 sessions with me, you better double check. He was Hispanic. There was a Hispanic name. If you got a Hispanic man who say he signed up for 3 sessions with me, he never did his sessions. And listen here, Playboy, don't try to do no charge bite. Because I'm going to have them boys at your door. And I ain't talking about the police. No, sir. Don't play about mine now. No, sir. I done already fed my family with that. So don't try to... What you finna have me go have my family throwing up, regurgitating the food I done fed them out of that route? No. Sir. I have you wiped out. See, that's why I told y'all I still got to grow. And see, the fact that I do all that I do, and I know I still will slap the taste out of somebody's mouth, that's why I don't condone playing with toxic men. That's why I don't condone it. And my wife know. She know I don't play with these men. Anytime I go do business with a man, I let her know. I say, baby, listen now. I'm just letting you know. If he mess over my money, I got to take his life. No, Tony. No, you cannot do that. No, you cannot do that. She hide my gun and everything, cause she know I won't be playing. So that's why the Lord keep me safe, keep me where I need to be, cause He know. The Bible say He ain't gonna tempt you. He ain't gonna test you. You see what I mean? So what you got to realize, God will give you peace with where you need to be. So when you said what you said right here, I'm gonna remind you what you said. You said, I have been no contact with him for the past month and have had so much peace and clarity. Now the next sentence you said, my plan is to stay. No contact because of the toxicity. Now listen, everybody have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a plan now. It's good to have you a plan, but you better stick to it. Because see, the way the brain works is it self-soothes. It heals. And it's supposed to heal us over time. So what we do is we start to remember things better than they actually were. So we start to forget the true sting of the pain. Because the brain is wired to remember the good, to self-soothe. Because if it exacerbated the bad, if it magnified the bad, then it'll take us out. So God wired us to self-soothe and to heal over time. Yes, it may take different periods of time, but we wired to heal. That's why when you see the baby, and the baby crying, and then it be crying, and then next thing you know, the baby sucking that thumb, and you like, now who taught that baby to suck a thumb? And why is the baby quiet when the baby sucking a thumb? It's innate. God created us to heal. God created us to self-soothe. God created us to adapt. So what's going to happen in this peace and clarity now? You got to make sure that the clarity reminds you of the toxicity. You got to make sure that the clarity reminds you that you're on another level. You got to make sure that the clarity reminds you that He put a life-changing STD in you. Now let me speak to you on that STD. Your life ain't over. Your life ain't over. In some cities, I think they say Atlanta, 55% of black women. That's what I read online. Nah, that could be a lie, but the way we around here sleeping around, I don't put nothing past it. I don't put nothing past it. The CDC. I'm not even going to read what the CDC said. What did the CDC say? But see, this wrong. They ain't wrong. But see, black women ain't catching this by themselves. You ain't going to sleep and then waking up. What it is? As no virgin, as no abstinent. That coming from a man. And it coming from black men. Because a lot of black women don't date outside their race. This coming from black men. So this thing say in 2010. So what's happening is spreading so much that it's almost becoming a normalcy for life. So don't feel like your life over because you ain't the only one that done fell into fornication. You ain't the only one that done fell into some sin. The next man and the next man and the next man you meet might have a incurable STD. But if he's a good man and he has a heart for God, he done renewed his life, he done changed his mind, he done grew, he done changed, he may break that news to you on the 10th date, on the 15th date. And then you say, it's ironic that you share that with me because I was getting ready to share the same thing with you today. Now you lying now. You lying because you was not finna share it that day. But we'll go ahead and ride with it. And we'll talk to the Lord about it. Lord, he'll understand. He'll forgive you for that lie. But so don't feel like your life is over. Because even if a man doesn't have a incurable STD, he still will love you, because a man. See, men, that's why they got casinos. You know why they got casinos? Because men take gambles. So okay, all right. So what was all right? So give us a calendar. Okay, so let's get us a calendar. Okay, we got us a calendar. Okay. So now, so let me know when I could get in there. When we could. Okay. Oh, and then so if something come up, did a little flare, so you gonna give me a heads up. Okay, all right. And then so when the flare, what? Now you sure I can't do nothing during the flare? Are you positive? Because because what is a magnum for then? If I can't do nothing in the flare, that's how men are. So sister, listen, don't feel like it's the end of the world. Trust me. I'm trying to tell you how these men be. That's how they end up with it, because they be taking gambles. So what you do, don't feel like your life over. Instead, what you do is you pray every day that God sends you the man who is for you. So that will either mean the man who will have the capacity to understand your condition, or he may have the same condition but have healed and grown from it, and is not bitter and resentful from where he contracted it from. Reason why I say concocted it, because I this stuff, it come from some mix of bacteria from somewhere, this bacteria, and I feel like this is what the Bible talking about when it's talking about a recompense in the body, that our bodies have certain bacteria that when it get to mixing and doing too much, it mutate and turn into a STD. That's just my layman terms understanding of it. You see what I mean? And so you have to understand that other people experience that and go through that and live with that. We actually got coaches on mymentor.life. When you go on mymentor.life and you click browse coaches, and when you click on coaches at the top, you'll see it'll say click to apply filters. And then in filters, you select the subject and you select, the STD, if it's that one, if it's HER, I don't know how the word's gonna do on here with YouTube, and you could talk to a coach about it. Who some of our coaches is married, got children, and they living with an incurable STD. So don't feel like that's the end of the world. It's because men don't really compute it the same way. I had a female client who has a STD, met a man, they fell for each other. She told him within probably the first 3 months, after she knew things was real and that they really had a chance, and he was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. We'll work around it. We'll get the knowledge, we'll study on it, and we'll be fine. And so understand that right there. Now see, this also say, for this particular one, that the asymptomatic viral shedding may occur in 1 to 2% of infected immunocompetent persons, and may be as high as 6% in the first few months after acquisition of the infection. This feature is important when attempting to prevent transmission sexually or perinatally. Perinatally, that probably means what you got going on, being pregnant. Perinatally. Y'all know what perinatally mean? You ain't know what perinatally mean? Google it. Perinatally. You need me to spell it for you? P-E-R-I. I ain't looking nowhere. N-A-T-A-L-L-Y. Google it. Perinatally. Teach somebody. Write it in your book of words that we learn on here now, okay? So understand, life ain't over, sister. Life ain't over. And I'm turning these comments off because although somebody may have great advice for you, it could be that one idiot that the devil always send. You need to let your child see him every week. That's wrong of you. And then you go do that, and then next thing you know, your child come up missing because you went against your intuition. I honestly believe that one of the strongest forces, if not the strongest force on the earth, is a woman's intuition. That is one of the strongest forces. So I don't ever, when you're in your right mind, I don't ever tell you to go against your intuition when you're in your right mind. Now, if you bottom ill, if you you can okay, I'm gonna tell you, listen, your intuition is a little skewed. But when you're in your right mind, I'm gonna tell you, listen to your intuition. And this what your intuition done had you do, then get up, pack up, and move and get a new job. And then listen to me now. He 24. Well, I don't know how old he is. You 24. And you say y'all been on and off for 5 years. So that relationship right there, it was not a relationship anyways. Because for one, it's been too long. And then two, on and off is not real. So, and then if he your age, then he definitely mature. But immature. And if it's bad, if he older than you and still like this, so it's all the way, any way I slice this and dice this, the only way for y'all to come back together and for y'all to healthily co-parent is if he goes and he grows. You let him go so he can grow. You've already let him go. Hopefully he grows. Pray to the Lord that he grows. Talk to the Lord. Lord, pray for him daily. Pray for him daily. Pray for your baby daily, your pregnancy daily. Pray for your mental, emotional, spiritual health. You got to become a prayer warrior in these times, because prayer changes things. Prayer works now. Prayer can work. And just pray on this here situation, really, because it's see, a prayer is you talking to God, but it's also you commanding. It's also you calling it to be. It's you speaking it into existence, because it is power. Life and death is in the tongue. So your prayer is more than just you talking to God. It's also you commanding it, and see, God is there to confirm it. God is there, if it's his will, to confirm it. So understand that. So make sure you praying. And this one right here, this heavy on me. This right here hurt me. Y'all got to forgive me. I'm trying to just sit here a little bit and just make sure I ain't leaving too much out. Cause this here sister, you probably need you a session or two. So oh, you know what? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna email you. I'm gonna email you. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna email you right now. I'm answering your question. It will be up on the channel on today or tomorrow. I want to give you a free 30-minute session. So let me know if you'd like to accept. See, you 24, you got your new job, but you know, you got that little one. Cause see, I do these videos off the top of the dome. I didn't read your email before I opened this here, and I didn't write down notes and all of those things. So I want to talk to you on the phone, and it's cause you 24. Now y'all 48s. Tony, can I have a free 30-minute session? Cause I got a really serious situation. No. You'd have been here long enough. Your finances ought to be in order. That way you could afford you a coaching session. And if you can't, then you'd have been here long enough to have enough sense to hear what I'm telling you on here and apply it to your life. Okay? Because I ain't got time for y'all super duper grown folks now. 24, that's right there. And in this kind of situation, and so I want to be a resource for you there. I'm gonna have my wife be a resource for you, cause this kind of the move my wife will make right here. See, I really ain't got the strength to do this. I really don't fully I be stamping it now. I be saying, yeah, go ahead now. But me personally, I don't know if I have all the strength to do it, to be honest with you. But my wife, oh yeah, she help you write this book. Oh yeah, she'll write this book with you. You hear me? This something she'll do. And so I have her as a resource for you too, you know. But you need your accountability circle, and you need to be strong. You got to stay positive, motivated. And see, this is my hope. This is what I'm praying. Lord, touch this young man's heart, Lord. Touch his heart, renew his mind, Lord. Convict his spirit, Lord. Touch him, but don't kill him, Lord. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. See, my hope for this young man is that in your absence, it urges him to grow. And that when he grows, that the Lord gives him a way, allows him the time to really mature and to really prove that he has grown, and that he sees the error in his ways, and that when he reaches out, it's not to be with you because it's too late for that, but it's to, because I've already been on and off for 5 years, it's just too much history, but it's to co-parent in a healthy way. But it's to show you also consistency, and that he has matured and he understands that it's because of him that y'all in this predicament. So that he has to be humble and patient with supervised visitation, with limited visitation, with no overnight stays until the child is of a certain age, with the child having a phone and knowing how to use a phone and being able to keep that phone all night long at his place if the child stay with him when the child is 5, and the phone is just strictly for that. And he has to be mature enough to understand that. But see, men are so egotistical that I'm not sure that it's a full possibility. I'm also not sure if that's God's will. So we could pray for it, but God ain't gonna do nothing that's not in his will, because he sees what we can't see. He know what we don't know. So if he see that this man could be homicidal, then the answer to your prayer would be no. So understand, and this may just be a story. And see, and when God tell you to do something, when you got the strength to do something, and when you've been given the strength and you've been given the peace and you've been given clarity to do something, then even your child will be equipped with the resiliency. Is that a word? I think that's right. With the resiliency to withstand. Okay, yeah, that's a word. I want to make sure. Okay, the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness. Or tough, it means toughness. The ability of a substance or object to spring back into shape. Elasticity. That's another. So see, psychological resilience. Psychological resilience is the ability to mentally or emotionally cope with a crisis or to return to pre-crisis status quickly. Resilience exists when the person uses mental processes. Some people say processes if they think they're educated. Processes and behaviors in promoting personal assets and protecting self from the potential negative effects of stressors. So you using psychological resilience because you is protecting yourself from the potential negative effects of stressors, because he a stressor and you done got out of Dodge to protect yourself from the stressor. Oh, you psychologically resilient. Wow. Okay, now y'all see how these things, how the Lord provide the education. This ain't my education. I ain't go to school for this. Okay, I'm not a psychology major. I was a criminology major, and I did not finish college. But the Lord gonna give us what we need when we need it, and He came in before the 60th minute because the Lord know that I'm not called past 60 minutes on every video. One or two, but not many. So, sister, I hope you get my email. God bless you. See, don't many people watch videos around 4 p.m. So sometimes I don't like putting it up at 4 p.m. because y'all be at work. And then so I put them up at 8:30. I kind of want to put up 2 a day, but I know y'all not going to be able to keep up and you're going to miss them. And then some of y'all don't know how to go back and check to go to my page and click on videos and see which videos don't have a red line up under it to let you know this video you haven't watched. So that's a little tip for y'all. When you just click on Tony Gaskins, it'll take you to my channel, and then click on videos, and when you scroll down, the videos you watch, it's gonna have a red line up under it. The ones you didn't watch, it is not. So sometimes I post 2 videos or 3 videos in a day, and you might miss it if you don't know how to check for new videos, because YouTube not gonna serve every video to you on your feed or send you an email notification, because that's just too much traffic, too much emails. Hey, God bless you. You know, I'm with you on this. I support you on this. I'm praying for your strength, praying for your safety and your health. God bless you. Keep going, and we'll talk soon.